Hello creative souls, I'm Alien and welcome back to my channel. Before we dive into today's vlog, I want to express my deepest gratitude for every single comment, like and subscription. Each interaction is a brushstroke to the vibrant canvas of our creative community. And wherever you've been following me from the day one or just joined the channel, I want to say thank you. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please make sure to press that button right now to join our warm creative family. Your presence adds an immeasurable value to this space. Now let's embark on today's vlog with the same feeling of gratitude and creativity. Today, I'm sharing behind-the-scenes look on my planning system, unveiling exciting plans for my upcoming move to London and giving you a sneak peek into my artistic aspirations for the new year 2024. We all know that planning is an art in itself, right? Right planning gives us even more freedom and makes us more productive. Normally, if we work in the office, let's say, our boss is someone who creates plans for us. But if you are a full-time artist, it becomes your own responsibility. Today, I'll take you through my planning system, revealing the secrets of staying focused on your artistic journey and being organized. Spill the secrets to my planning success, from physical notebooks to digital apps that I use. I want to start with my recent discovery. It might sound weird or a little bit funny, but I realized that I have two alter egos. The first one is the boss. The boss is creative and ambitious thinker, and the performer is hardworking and responsible. These two alter egos are two completely different ways of thinking, and that's why we should divide them during our work.
Divide and conquer.
The boss sets goals to be achieved and create a list of things to do and set deadlines to each task. The performer gets this list of tasks and starts to implement them immediately, because he is not a thinker, he is just hard worker. So the performer will figure out how to implement these tasks during action time, because while we are planning as an ambitious boss, we should not set limits and think about how it will be implemented. So for me, it was really an insight, and I want to use it a lot during the next year. Start right now, because December is a good to give time to the boss. During the year, I think I will leave the Monday for the boss works, and for working days, I will leave to perform. So first of all, the boss creates a list of tasks and goals for the next year. I use the first page, my physical planner, for this thing. I advise you to do the same right now with me. We will create a list of 10 to 15 goals for the upcoming year. Don't think about how you will reach it, just select the most motivational things you want to reach during the 2024. Then we check these goals. If it's real to achieve this goal during the year for us, for example, to earn $100 million during the year for the emerging artist, it's not a realistic goal to be true, and we will not leave this goal in our goal list for 2024. So your goals should be realistic, implementable, and should motivate you for real. It should be your own goal, not someone else's dream. Important not to set more than 15 goals, otherwise we will be unfocused during the year and we will probably not reach any of these goals. So you create a list maximum of 15 goals And then I advise you to choose 3 main goals maximum. We will return to these goals every single day during this year. Last year I used this bullet planner to set up my goals for a year and to plan my daily tasks. So the bullet planner is a planning system developed for creative people actually, and it's very good for visuals. So actually the bullet planner main thing is that you have only these dots. What I've done there like my reminders and the insights on the first page. Then I've done the rules for me, my agreements with myself. And then the first page of the bullet planner I used as an index to find some things easily in the planner. And then I used the first page again, another first page, to set up my goals for 2023. And here I got some educational courses that I have to finish to have better in my blogging and artistic journeys. One page I devoted to the priorities for a month. So I've created the list of things I want to finish during the month, let's say January. And these goals actually I've taken from my goals for 2023. So I decomposed the goals for the year into the smaller goals for like quarters, and then decomposed them for each month. Let's say I want to create around 50-60 paintings a year, so I have to create 4 or 5 paintings a month. So it means that I can actually create a painting a week. These numbers are actually borrowed from my mentor's advice. 50-60 paintings is something that you should provide to the gallery. If you have a contract with several galleries, you should be quite active and you should produce a lot, and you should show that you are able to produce ideas and new artworks constantly on a good level, because for gallery it's a high risk to work with you. And if they, for example, devote a space for your solo show during the year and you will not manage to implement the amount of work they need in the deadline, so it's a very bad thing which costs a lot of money to the... But yeah, now let's get back to our planning system. So we decompose our years into the month's goals, and we write down all the goals for this month into one page. Add the priorities of the season. It's autumn priorities here and yearly priorities here. And here I have a list to do for November. Here I have a habit tracker for November. Actually, I decided not to use it later, and now I'm going to use a special app. I will tell you later about it. So, and the next thing that I do, I write down priorities for a week here, and here I have the day plan. So I have a week in 2 pages. So like this. Here I have priorities for December, habit tracker, priorities for the first week of December, and here I have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, something like this. But I hope that the system was clear for you. So you take your yearly plan and decompose it to month's plan, then the month's plan you decompose to the day plan. And what is nice in this bullet journal system is that you can see the whole picture together. So you have all the time, you have this whole coherent picture, and then you have things to focus on right now. And this is actually a part of kaizen planning. You can find a lot of videos about kaizen planning on YouTube and watch more about it, but this is a very good planning system for creative specialists. It's initially Japanese business planning system, which is widely used in personal growth and psychology right now because it reduces stress and lift up your productivity. About kaizen, we will probably speak a little later. Maybe I will film a separate video about it. If you want to hear about kaizen system from me, don't want to watch about it on different channels, please write it down in comments below. I will probably film the video about it separately. And now about bullet planning system, what I like in it and why it's good for creatives is that you have signs for different kind of tasks. So you can create, let's say, groups and tag different kind of groups with different colors. So I widely used text liners. Right here you might see it can look kind of weird. My planner is very chaotic, but for me it's actually much easier to focus on something if it's highlighted with color. So let's say we can use 4 colors, and let's say pink is... Actually, I will show it to you in my new planner. So this year I decided to use another planner. I just chosen it from other planners that have been in the store. I found out that it is quite beautiful, and my birth alter ego will do planning for me. So here I can have a pen, which is already broken, but I will put something here. And for this year I have again the agreement with myself. In hard moments I getting back to these things, and I know how to act, what to focus on. This is something that I struggle with all the time. And then I divided my day here. So let's say we have 24 hours a day. And I agreed with myself that I sleep 8 hours a day, then 16 hours left for work, rest, and other kind of activity. And I have actually 4 groups of activities. For me, it's work that takes 8 to 10 hours a day, 5 days a week. Then it's a rest that is 2 hours every day. Then it's a beauty and healthcare routine, which is again 2-3 hours. And it's home activity, which is 2-3 hours a day, like cooking, cleaning, and everything. I've chosen 4 colors for 4 types of activity, so I can highlight the tasks with different colors. And I agreed with myself here that no, actually I divided my work into 2 types of activities. So blogging activity is separated from artistic activity. It's easier to focus this way for me. And from these 8 to 10 hours devoted to work, I use 2-3 hours for blogging activity, and the 4-6 hours left I use for artistic practice, because it's the main thing blogging activity is based on. Actually, yeah, I've highlighted with this light purple color my blogging activity. Pink color means creative activity, artistic work. Beauty and healthcare routine is gray, and housewife's activity is green. And then I listed my goals for 2024 on the very first page of the planner. And I highlighted 3 main goals. They are very different for the upcoming year, so I prioritized these 3 goals. One goal is to lose the weight, to get back to my perfect shape, so it's highlighted with gray color. because it's healthcare and beauty routine. And then the green one is income that I have to do monthly during this year. And I have an idea of how I'm going to do it, but I don't force my art to do it, so I will lead workshops during the year, and I will lead as much workshops as I have to reach my monthly income goal. And here is my blogging goal, because I know that it is impossible to reach maybe a good result here on YouTube during 1 year only. I've heard that you have to create like 100 videos and no one will watch them actually until you will become a little bit of famous and noticed by people, so followers will grow finally. So I don't have any special goals for YouTube despite creating a video a week. But for my Instagram, it's maybe a third year in a row that I set up a goal of 10,000 followers. I have actually a plan of how I'm going to do it. To reach 10k followers a year, I have to create a high quality reels every day, so this is what I will focus on during the year. Here I have this highlighted goal for me not to forget during the year why I'm wasting my time on filming reels instead of painting, or why I'm leading workshops instead of creating my own work, or why I cannot eat this piece of cake at night. Here are all the answers on the very first page of the planner. And here we go back to this week. Actually today is Monday. I've written down the numbers of each day. Here is November, December, because this week we will go to December. It's Monday when I'm filming this vlog, and I have the first goal for the day is to film the vlog for YouTube. And I have a list of tasks for this week. It might be changed during the week, but what I should focus on. So I have to create one very good reel and 3 simple reels a week, plus 3 posts on Instagram. So it means that I should post something every day. Then I should publish 1 vlog on YouTube, course of how to do reels and how to lead to try to cook pho soup this week. So this is my home task activity. I decided to experiment with cooking a little bit this week. And here is a self-portrait finishing, highlighted with blue color. In the last vlog I promised you that I will finish this portrait, but I haven't been touching it for several days, so probably today or tomorrow I will do my best to finish the painting. I reached the symmetry after 5 hours of painting both parts. It was 1 day of painting, and today I'm going to paint the second layer of these flowers. So here I have a list of other to-do things, and I decompose this list of tasks to daily tasks. And I like this planner system because you can see the whole picture together again. So you take your goals from the yearly plans, then you decompose it for a week. This is actually a kaizen thing. Look at your yearly goals and you ask yourself, what is the easiest and the simplest thing that I can do right now to get closer to my goal? This is actually a different variation of these baby steps systems. I think it's a very good system of planning for creative, because to reach some success in art industry, you should take a lot of small steps in different directions actually every day, and you will not see any result in the very beginning. That's why it is important for you to have a reminder of why are you taking these steps, because for me it's a constant problem. I often ask myself in the middle of the year, like, what am I doing with my life? Why I'm doing this and that? Maybe it is better for me to have a rest only. Just to read a book or take a walk or do shopping. Why not? It will bring me much more pleasure than many things that I do during my day. But if we have a reminder that these things might not bring us the result immediately, but on the long-term distance, the progress will be visible. It will give us motivation to continue, and it will help us not to quit in the middle of our way.
One word: persistence.
Actually, not to quit in the middle of our way is the main thing that leads us to success in the artistic field. As I told you in my first video, it approximately takes you 5 years that you work hard, but you don't have any big success. So not to quit during this 5 years is something that lifts up your chances for success. And I'm working as a full-time artist for 3 years now, and I agreed with myself that I will give myself 5 years to reach a stable income from art sales. And I have 2 years more. First 3 years I spent on learning the system and secrets and insights of how this industry works at all. And this is actually why I started this channel. I want to share these insights with you, because I feel that I have a lot to share now. And yeah, and the last 2 years I have to spend on the hard work and on implementation of my knowledge to my work and use them actively in all these main things in terms of goals and self-agreement. I've written down on the first page of my new planner that I'm going to use during 2024. And here I have different tasks that I will implement daily to reach my bigger goals. And what I left in this planner from the bullet planner system is a sign system. So if, let's say, one of my tasks is implement, I get with a V mark. If this task is not implemented this week or this day and I want to do it the next day, I draw the arrow in front of it, and then I rewrite this task. Each time I rewrite this task on the next day list or on the next week's list, and so on. So rewriting this task day by day, you might notice that this is the thing you are not prioritized, and you can start thinking about why are you not implementing this task, and you might figure out that this task is something that you actually don't need at all. So if I don't want to reach this goal or to implement this task anymore, I draw like minus sign in front of this task and I'm not rewriting it anymore. Me, as for a visual, it's very easy to see then in this list how many tasks I've done. You might have noticed that I'm a kind of dinosaur with my physical planners, but this year I decided to change something in my life. And I've been advised a digital app which is called tappsk. I will leave the icon here for you to check it up. It actually is very similar to the bullet planner system, and what I like in it also is that has this kind of habit tracker system. So I'm going to use it. I will share some examples of here also. What it reminds me of bullet planner with is color markers. So I use kind of color tagging system here again. Tappsk, in the higher part you have these colored circles. I use the same colors as I used during the day plans here. You can set up any color or any picture for any habit you want to develop. For example, I'm going to develop a daily training habit. I want to read daily, I want to paint daily, I want to post reels daily, and I want to do something for my modeling portfolio every day. So here you can see all the daily habits that I have and some more personal ones. And then we have the list of tasks for today and for tomorrow. In this system you cannot plan very in advance. That's why I'm going to use this app together with a planner. Getting back to my future plans, I'm still waiting for UK visa. It might be ready actually any day, but we've been told that it might take up to 3 weeks more. And to get prepared, I'm constantly checking all the apartments in the area we want to live and all the studios available around it. If you want to know more, I might film a separate vlog about studio search. And if you're curious, please write it down in comments below. I will share the list of websites and examples of the studios you might rent in London. Of course, when I get my studio, I will film a studio tour with you. Can't wait for it and still cannot believe that it will come true any day, because it's one of my biggest dreams. I'm going to rent a studio in the buildings filled with different artistic studios. Each artist has a separate studio, but all the studios are located in the same building, and it's a kind of creative community. So you should apply to be a member of this community, and you should do various things like open studios. When we get the visa, this is the first thing I will do. Talking about the sites on the future as a visual, I normally create a vision board for each year. Actually, this year I skipped. I was not in the best mood this year, but I created it for 2020, 2021 and 2022. And I'm checking these vision boards from time to time, and I can see that all my dreams from 2022 became real now. The only thing left is this studio thing, but I'm sure I will be able to implement it in real life in 2024. So for 2024 I'm going to create a new vision board, and if you are curious about this everyday magic, please write down in the comments below that you're curious about creating a vision board together with me. So right before the new year, I will create a video about creating a vision board. It will contain my artistic goals and aspirations for the upcoming year, and I will share some secrets with you. Now, let's take a break from planning and dive into the art itself. I'll be sharing the recent work called Ambivalency, which is actually a self-portrait. I told you about this work in the previous vlog, this one, and we've been painting a small piece of it, these flowers together. If you haven't seen it, you can check it out now. But yeah, what I have done in the previous vlog is that I promised you that I will keep track on the time spent on this painting development during the week, and I set a goal for myself to finish this artwork during this week and to share results in this vlog. So now it's the moment to share results. Here is the artwork, and I've been creating it on Monday and Tuesday, and I've been finishing the vlog editing on Wednesday to publish it on Thursday. I might say that if I haven't promised you to finish this artwork in a week, I might delay it for a month or more. And as you know, this artwork was delayed for 10 years before. Here is the result of 10-hour-long work. For 5 hours I've been trying to reach the symmetry in the face, and for 5 hours I've been painting the second layer of flowers. And the secret I've forgotten to tell you in the last video about painting and doing pauses during your process is that it's very useful to take pictures of your artwork, because in the picture you can see the mistakes more easily than in real life, so you perceive the painting differently. And now filming and taking pictures of my work, I can easily see that eyes are still very different, and I see what actually I have to do to make them more similar. And also I want to show you this, like I use some colors like reflexes from flowers in the face now. Really enjoy this process and these details. Actually the final stage of painting is my favorite one. And as we wrap up this vlog, I want to hear from you. What are your planning tips and what are your goals and dreams for the upcoming year? I want us to create a very sincere, very inspiring community to uplift each other and help each other to become more productive and creative. So please leave in the comments below your tips, advices, share your goals. I can't wait to see them. Before we say goodbye, I've got the sneak peek into some exciting project coming your way. As I told you before, I'm going to finish Parisian breakfast and publish it on Instagram, taking the blogger depicted there, and see this blogging thing can work in the art industry. So it will be a kind of experiment, and I'm going to share the result of this experiment in the next vlog. So if you haven't subscribed yet and you found this vlog interesting and inspiring, please press the subscribe button below and ring notification bell not to miss the next video where I will share tracking of the painting process and the results of in a blogger's portrait on Instagram.